Hello, my fellow citizen. My name is Daniel Abiodun Afolajuwon Edore Idu. This is a declaration of my intent to contest for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a country that God has blessed with abundant human resources and mineral resources, a country of dynamic, young, wonderful people, but unfortunately have been saddled with leadership failure. Current event in our nation has proved the abject poverty, intellectual poverty, and failure of those ruling our nation. To this effect, it is time for us to ask, what can we do to salvage our nation? I have come forward to take up this challenge to salvage our nation. And I'm inviting you to join me in this project because we can only achieve success that we desire when we all come together in unity of purpose. For the past 20 years, those in charge of our nation has failed the citizen. Is it in terms of security? Is it in terms of social development? Is it in terms of education? It seems like while every other nation of the world is marching forward, Nigeria is with all its energy marching backward. This is unfortunate. And every time we blame Nigeria, we say, oh, Nigeria, what a country is that? It's not the fault of Nigeria, but rather we Nigerians must look ourselves in the mirror and realize that the problem is being caused by corrupt leadership, by stealing of resources that is meant to develop the nation, by all the criminal activities that is going on. Nigeria, I believe, must be a woman, a loving mother, because only a loving mother can tolerate all the atrocities and still continue. So please, let's stop blaming Nigeria and let's look at ourselves. While there are some criminal elements and bad people, there's a lot of dynamic people, wonderful people, especially the youths, who are trying every day to make our nation a better place. So we need to come together. I don't want to focus on the failure of those who have been in charge of our nation. We know what is it: security? Is it lack of electricity? Is it lack of infrastructure? Is it no hospital? Is it the ASUU strike where people, university students cannot go and learn? In everything, is it food insecurity? What is it? Is it housing? It's so numerous that talking about it is a waste of time. I just want to go straight to the point that when I look at the class of people that are contesting at the moment, it makes me think that it's a joke. We have one Mr. Emilokon. Now, this is a guy that has been in charge of Lagos for the past 20 years. And when we look at what he has done in Lagos, there's nothing to show forth. Where are the industrial layout to provide work for the youth? The poor people in Lagos have become more poor. The rich ones are those who are close to this guy. And we have infrastructures that's built like Eco Atlantic, but 70% of the house there cannot even be accessed by Nigerians, only foreigners. Or is it the beaches like Eleko beaches and other places where even average Nigeria cannot pay what it costs to go inside? Or is it revenue generation where all the people living in VI has to pay money to get to their house? Revenue generation that is taxing people, that is exploiting people. I mean, and when you look at Lagos, there was a time we used to say Lagos is the New York of Africa. But these days, Lagos is the poverty capital of the world. The mystery of lack of housing, Lagos is a jungle. They're going to talk of insecurity in Lagos. The number of people that lose their life on a daily basis based on thugs, armed bandits, armed robbers, criminals, bad roads, bad hospital is more than what the people that have been killed by Boko Haram. So there is everywhere insecurity. And those that have been part of the system for the past 20 years are the same people still coming forward and say, no, we now suddenly wake up and we see the light and we have answer to this nation's problem. That's a lie. Or you have the other guy who even his boss said he's a known thief. His boss said he is a thief. And in a normal society, this guy will be in prison. And this is the kind of person that is coming forward and said he wants to be president of Nigeria? Or is he the other one that's shouting revolution for now? Or the other ones that are saying, let's divide Nigeria, let's create another state, and let's carry resources and people and run away? Or is he the one that only all his problem is by Fulani herdsmen? But since the two of them sit in jail now, we don't have problem of Fulani herdsmen in the south, west of Nigeria. And the other one, I hear suddenly that he wants peace. After creating monsters, he wants peace. So when you look at that, it just makes you sad that the leadership class is not to be trusted. That's why I want to come forward. I don't even want to waste my time or dignify what they are doing. I just want to come with my vision of Nigeria. And my vision is that I see my beloved Nigeria as an entity. I'm going to compare it to a human being. At conception, my Nigeria. Immediately, a woman is pregnant and the doctor confirms it and she's the 6th month of pregnancy, she gets a card. And in this card, what looks like a mother card, she will be given assistance, health care, so that she and her child is okay. And when that child is brought to the world, there will be a package from the government to welcome that child, to tell him, welcome, dear Nigerian child, we love you. And we're going to make sure that that child goes to primary school, that child goes to secondary school, all free and paid for by the government. We are going to ensure that that child have access to good health. And as the child grows up, when he gets to the university, we are going to sit down with the parent. In a situation where they cannot afford to sponsor that child, the government will create scholarship system. And the level of scholarship will depend on the income of the parent. Is it a full scholarship? Is it 50-50? Is it 25%? When that child eventually graduates and finish, and if he cannot get a work, we are going to create a social system that will not allow people to fall into poverty. In my administration, it will be fundamental human right of Nigeria. Food, housing, and clothing will be a fundamental human right of Nigerians. I repeat it, food, clothing, and housing will be a fundamental human right of Nigeria. We are going to create this system, what we call, or comparable to what they call COLA, cost of living allowance, whereby those that cannot get work or doesn't have work will be paid specific amount of money to make sure that they do not fall into the poverty. And when we talk of rights, when we want to provide house for people, when we want to make sure that people are fed, when we want to create clothing for them, it means we will have to restructure our industries to meet the needs that we have set out. It is doable. It's been done in other parts of the world. Those parts that doesn't have even the resources that Nigeria have are doing it. So we can do it if we stop corruption, where you have one politician stealing hundreds of millions and putting it into foreign account. Imagine what hundreds of millions of dollars will do in helping to create this kind of system we dream about. So as the child grows up, still my Nigerian child, as he grows up and is getting to marry, it will be our right to protect the family. We will put a great emphasis in protecting the family unit. That means that immediately you get married, you will have access to a house, you will have access to food, you will have access to clothing. And if you cannot get a work, we will get you into some of those government programs to support the vision of the nation until you could find a work. We are to tackle security. I'm going to propose having a 3 million military personnel. And when I talk of military personnel, I'm talking of the police, the army, the navy, and the Air Force. That is excluding the special forces and the special agencies that we are going to create. The reason for this is that criminality and crime is taking over our nation. We have to declare war on insecurity. We have to declare war on them, and we have to take the battle to them. So when we have a 1 million standing, youthful, determined, national-oriented youths, boys, men, and women that are ready to defend the nation. And we are never going to send anybody into harm's way without providing them the necessary armory and equipment they need to fight the crime. What has been happening in Nigeria is so dumb, it makes it difficult for ones to believe that in the same area for the past 12 years, all the terrorist activities is happening almost in the same area. And what excuse does our military have? I can understand if it's the first 3 years, we can say they are not used to this kind of insurgency. But for 12 years, and recently these people have the boldness to attack the federal capital where the president is living, it makes us want to ask the question if we actually have a government. This cannot be the case. So when we create this military, we're going to put them in strategic places. And we're going to need like 1 million police force. So that every 10th street we have a police outlet. Every local government we have a police command with helicopters, with motorcycles, with lorries of about 5,000 to 10,000 officers ready to intervene. So if there's a call in a place, there will be numbers you can call because every 10 or 20 street we have a police post. So, and we will put in major streets, we will put cameras, we will put surveillance, and we will put civil police, not in uniform, living among the people to see what is going on the street. So there will be a call to those outposts, and those outposts can call on those infrastructure that is in the local government. So there could be immediate intervention. They're going to have helicopters, they're going to have night vision. I mean, this, to fight criminals, you need to be digital, you need to go technological. And that is what Nigerian youths will be able to do because they are smart and savvy. And then we're going to create a security structure that will make people sleep comfortably in their sleep. And I'm going to expatiate further. We need about 250,000 Air Force. We need about 250,000 Navy, and we're going to have submarines and Navy ships, and we're going to create West African Rapid Force with other nations like Ghana, Benin Republic, so that our borders can be effectively monitored. And if the Sambesi forest is creating a problem then let's burn the whole place down. And if we capture terrorists, we would eliminate them. And some people might think, oh, what about the human rights? What about the American? I say American, the European, and the Amnesty International, and all this. I said, shut up to them. America is going to Iraq, Afghanistan, and killing people what they consider to be a terrorist, what they consider to be threat to their national security. Israel is killing people what they consider to be threat. Are they democratic government? So if Israel and the European and the American can do it, why can we not do it to protect ourselves? So nobody should come and tell me about human rights when these terrorists are killing thousands of innocent Nigerians. Those thousands of innocent Nigerians, they also have a right for human rights. So if their rights have been violated, because the work of a president, the work of a leader, is to sworn allegiance to protect life and property. And if you cannot protect life and property, then you have no business being in government. Another issue we have to tackle is corruption, because actually corruption is killing our nation. And I heard some of those contestants say they will not investigate past corrupt leader. I will jail past corrupt leader. We will investigate you, and we find you to be guilty, you will be jailed. No matter who you are, you will be jailed. That is what is going to happen. And I am going to demand and declare that the youths be absolutely involved in a system of government, be part of the government. We can come together. We are going to declare war on poverty. We are going to declare war on literacy. We are going to create infrastructure. We are going to create roads, telecommunication system, the internet, and we're going to sit down with the artists. Nigeria is doing well in that area, the musicians, those people from Nollywood, so that we could create a better image. We are going to create sport facilities so that our youths can excel. It is shameful that in a land that is full of greenery, that is full of rivers, that is full of trees and mineral resources and human resources, that people in this land, children, cannot fulfill their dreams and desire. That should not be. We have a right to sleep peacefully at night. Our children have a right to have a dream and the audacity to achieve that dream. To this effect, I am going to call on Nigeria, because the present political structure we have is not working and cannot work. We have allowed godfatherism. You have people who call themselves godfather, who steal money. Recently, we had a situation where one governor of Edo State was saying somebody is dictating to him how he has to spend the budget, the revenue allocation to his state. Imagine something like that. So we cannot work with the political system they have in place. We need to form a new political structure. And that is why I'm calling on Nigerians to help me, to support me in the creation of this new political structure. The structure, the party that I'm putting forward will be called Perspective for Nigeria Now. Perspective for Nigeria Now, in which everything will be digitalized. We will have the youths coming in, because we want to create a system that those old dudes cannot beat. What they know is how to steal, how to use thuggery to disturb people, how to kill people. But if we have members and they all have digital footprint, they have cards, and already we know how many members we have. So if there's a voting, immediately you vote. There is one of our agents at each poll booth taking your data, scanning your card, and it will be transferred automatically to a central location, and is backed up both digital and paper. So at the end of the election, we already know how many of our guys voted for who. And if they try to bring up their corrupt system, we'll take them to court, challenge them in court, and if they still want to do their wuru-wuru style, we are going to protest. And I am also talking to the military people. I'm not asking you to carry out any violent act, but I'm saying that you might be officer now, sitting in your comfort office. I don't believe it's so comfortable because I happens to be from a police family, so I know what the police are going through. But you have civilians. You have your mother, your parents, your children. So you can also support us to achieve this new system we want to have for Nigeria. We will ensure that you are never sent to harm's way without providing the necessary protection for you. And if anything should happen to you, we'll take care of your children, take care of your wife, your pension will be paid so that you will not regret serving the nation, but we will ensure that nothing happens to you because we will provide you with ammunition, with bulletproof jacket, with cars that are working and functional. You will have office that you'll be proud every day to get up and go to that office. You will not have to buy your own uniforms. You will not have to buy your own boots. We can create a Nigerian that we will all be proud of. And for the women, we thank all the market women doing fantastic work to keep the nation in the villages, those women that goes to farm. We want to recognize your sacrifice. We want to make sure that if you decide to stay home to take care and help us raise, we're having problems in the society now because the men are failing their part and the women are struggling trying to put food on the table and the children on their own. That's why we're having all this problem we're having in our society. So if you want to stay at home to help us raise good citizens, the government under my administration will pay you money so that you can be at home and take care of your children. We value the contribution of every Nigerian. And imagine, they have tons of money, but this tons of money is getting through corrupt systems, so they don't even care how they spend it. If 1 million Nigerians will support our cause with 1,000 naira every week, we're going to be able to raise enough money to fight those corrupt elites that are trying to hijack and destroy our nation. We in diaspora, talking to you directly, let's stop celebrating failure. We send billions of dollars every year back home. If we just take 10% of that money and invest in a new political structure, we will have results. If you will support us, I am calling for you to help me, to help you, together that we can help our children to have a better Nigeria. I will still be coming forward with second part and further part of my determination. We may not be able to achieve this dream in 2023, though we're going to give it a very good try. But this vision is a vision I am committed to. And it's a vision that I've made a cause of my life. And I'm going to fight with everything I have, with last breath, to make sure that I create a Nigeria that my children and your children will be proud to call home. We should stop behaving with slave mentality. Our cooperation with Europe and America, our involvement with Europe and America has been an abject failure. As we were facing all this insurgency, we didn't see Europe and America coming to our rescue. We were not given the right instrument to fight those people. We were not offered help. But thank God, it's not only Europe and America that is in the world. We have to look for help where it really works. Cooperation where it really works. and ask, what can we do for ourselves? I don't know why we are not producing some of the ammunitions we need to defend ourselves. Turkey is producing ammunition. Iran is producing their own ammunitions. So how come Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, how come we cannot come together and produce some of the ammunitions we need to defend ourselves? How come people, foreigners, will come into our country and be killing our people and we cannot eliminate them? Something must be deeply wrong somewhere. And I believe there is a corruption, but enough is enough. This cannot go on. Enough is enough. Under my administration, I will declare war on those terrorists. We're going to kill every one of them. They don't even deserve to be treated with any human right because they are not human. Those that are killing innocent women, innocent children, and murdering and kidnapping people does not deserve to claim any human right because no human do that. They are animal, they are worthless animal, and we need to treat them in that way. So I am going to instruct my military personnel, when you capture the terrorists in their operation, eliminate them. I repeat it, eliminate them. And F the international community. America should not come and be telling us what is human rights when they are killing blacks in their country every day. When their police is murdering black officially, extrajudicial killing of blacks every day. So they should first of all go and solve their human rights problem before they will come and lecture us. You cannot give protection to people killing our innocent citizens and say they have human rights. Those that are killed also have human rights. And in the moment where you destroy the right of those people, you've already destroyed your own right to claim any human right in my presence. We need to recognize that we have external and internal enemy facing our nation. And we need to stand up and fight and take over our country. I look forward to get you involved in this movement. We're going to come up with more videos in which we are going to give our telephone number, our website, our bank account where you can support and where you can be part of this help. I know that it's difficult to believe. I know that a lot of you are tired, and I know it's difficult, but believe me, we cannot be tired. We cannot give up, because if we do, devil and the evil people trying to destroy our nation will win. But I believe God is on our side. And I believe with God, we would win this battle. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God bless you all. And may God bless our vision. I'm out of here.